What's going on, everyone? It's Kochyy here, and as usual I have a banner analysis video featuring the new end of the month banner for February, the Lost Agent Summons Nobody Beats, and this features a new Kenpachi, Toshiro, and Ikkaku. And like I said, this banner is going to be coming out on the 28th reset of this month, and as usual we're going to go over their stats and skills and look at their gameplay, and I'll give you some ideas on what I think of these characters. So the first character we'll look at is Ikkaku. So Ikkaku is a mind attribute character. He is a Soul Reaper affiliation. He's got the Rancor Killer, and his soul trait is strong attack recharge time 12%. And his stats are as follows: 1053 stamina, 638 attack, 358 defense, 358 focus, and 778 SP. And his skills are Sprinter, Long Reach 20%, Bruiser 20%, Frenzy, Devastation 40, and Paralysis immunity. So on paper he's looking alright, and honestly we don't really have a really standout mind or Rancor killer that just really kind of stands above all the rest and is like the go-to you would always pick. So Ikkaku seemed pretty promising, but we'll get into his gameplay and have a better look at his strong attacks. So we have his gameplay here. I'll just lower this a bit, full screen, and there we go. すげえかどうかは死んでから決めろ。So that was Ikkaku's gameplay, and we'll just go over it. And his special is kind of bland. He just kind of runs up and jumps and does his like little slash. I like this effect though, this like kind of red lightning effect. I really like that. I know he had that when he fought and first used his Bankai. That effect was in the anime, so I like that they added that. But here we have his SA3. His SA3 is not full screen, it is just 900 AoE. So it's a bit disappointing there, but his SA2 is what really I don't like about this character. It's like a two-part strong attack. It's like a kind of like a vortex type. It pulls them in and then he does like an explosion at the end. But I don't know, it just looks, first of all, it looks very slow. He's just like standing in place like for 2 seconds. And the AoE doesn't look that great either. And then his SA1 is a charging or like a lunging strong attack, which is fine. And then lastly, his NAD. I actually like his NAD string. I think it's pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, Ikkaku had some potential, but lack of full screen SA3 and that SA2 looks really bad in my opinion. Kind of will hold him back. He'll still find use, but you know, not the... Oh, that's the Mude bot. Okay, not the really character I was hoping for. But anyway, we'll move on to the next character. And the next character we're going to look at is Toshiro. So Toshiro is a Soul Reaper and Captain affiliation character. He has the Hollow Killer, and his trait is damage inflicted at full stamina at 25%. So it's actually an increased full stamina damage link, which is interesting. So I guess they're going to maybe start increasing certain links now that they've released in the past. He is a heart attribute character, and his stats are as follows. He has 1059 stamina, 634 attack, 361 defense, 351 focus, and 782 SP. His skills are Sprinter +1, Bruiser 20%, Frenzy, Devastation 40, Debilitator 5 seconds, and Start Barrier +10, which is the most standout skill among those. So obviously Yuha has been out for a long time now. Yeah, for a long time now. He's been through it all in PvP, and we know how useful that start barrier is and how effective use he can make of Senkaizen links and full stamina damage, and how he can basically nuke, just do massive amounts of damage from the side lane or from the mid lane, and you know, help you win your matchups. Now they're releasing a character with that same skill, but he has Frenzy. So we'll get into his gameplay and just oh, and also he has Frenzy and he has a built-in full stamina damage soul trait. So you know, we'll get into this gameplay and we'll see how Toshiro looks. We'll pause that. Let's lower the volume a bit. Oh my god. Right. Here we go. So that was Toshiro's gameplay. We'll just mute this, play it back. I really like his special. I like the look of his special. That he's like, I don't know, at the middle of the sky. He's like the sun or something, reflecting all the light. And I like this kind of frost effect that they did. I wish it covered the entire screen and not just like, it's like missing the top part of the screen kind of. But I like this frost effect as well. And then we have his strong attacks. His SA3 is full screen and it looks to be pretty damn fast. It just kind of like instantly comes out as soon as you use it. So that's pretty good. His SA2 is his barrier skill, standard range for that skill, and it looks fast for being a barrier strong attack, honestly. And they just show his, it can take the hits here. And then lastly, his SA1 is a linear beam type strong attack. So it might be hard to see because the video quality is a bit bad, but it goes well off the screen. It's similar to, or it is the same, I believe, as Karakura Battle Aizen, the Power Aizen. So it's a beam type strong attack that just goes straight across the screen, and it should be able to, you know, like clear rooms and stuff in guild quests, and any narrow rooms that you use this in will be really good. Use it again here. And you can see the kind of trail, the ice trail it leaves. It goes well off the screen, so that's good as well. And then lastly, his NAD string. It's like a multi-hit range NAD. He does have freeze on everything, so with Frenzy and all these hits that he has, you know, expect him to proc freeze pretty often. So just going back on Toshiro, I think this character will be really nice in PvP. I think this character is the new kind of PvP meta. I think he's bringing back sad PvP teams because they basically took Yuha and said, let's give him Frenzy, let's give him a full stamina damage link, and let's give him a full screen SA3 and with freeze chance. So you can expect a lot of Toshiros in PvP, and it's going to be pretty much a nightmare, I'm calling it. To go up against him and just, you know, the freeze teams and all that stuff. Freeze is going to be back. The status in general is going to be back. But yeah, this character, really interested to see the kind of damage he's going to do in PvP, regardless of whether I pull him or not. But it'll be interesting to see nonetheless. So that's Toshiro, so we'll move on to the last character. Alright, and the last character we're going to look at, and certainly not least, is Kenpachi. Kenpachi is a power attribute character. He is a Soul Reaper and Captain affiliation. He has the Captain Killer, and he has a damage reduction 16% soul trait. His stats are as follows. He has 1076 stamina, 773 attack, 368 defense, 342 focus, and 628 SP. And his skills are Sprinter +1, Long Reach 20%, Flurry, Berserker 30%, Devastation 20, Debilitator 5 seconds, and Poise. So he is the new power Flurry Poise unit that we have been waiting for, and of course, who better than Kenpachi? We've been waiting for one for a while. We had OG Kenpachi, which was a Poise Flurry for power, and then we got Noitora, which was just a Flurry but without Poise. Then we got Halloween Hallibell, which was Poise without Flurry, and now we have both of them combined with Captain Killer. A ridiculously strong unit on paper, and definitely going to be PvP meta. So we'll get into his gameplay and we'll have a look at him. Just lower this, and here we go. Yashiru, そこにいろ。これを待ってたぜ。このゾクゾクする感覚をよ。 so that was Kenpachi's gameplay, and wow, there is a lot to say. First and foremost, just visually, like his special. Okay, one thing though, Yachiru is way too big. Like it looks like she's carrying Kenny, but I don't know. You can't really. The models are messed up. They haven't really done anything about it. But anyway, this special, I love this, like, just like straight from the anime. This like skull like Reiatsu that he that comes out from behind him, and this just like overflowing, just everywhere. It zooms out and it's just covering so much area. I love it. It looks perfect. It fits Kenny perfectly. And he does have weaken on everything with Debilitator, right? Debilitator, yep. So that, you know, if he gets weakening off, it's going to last a while, and it's going to make a difference in PvP specifically. But anyway, back to the gameplay. So I should mute that again. His SA3 is full screen. Looks decently fast, and having a full screen SA3 is always good. His SA2 is a walking vortex around him, and it's a 25 hit vortex. So again, think of like White Zangetsu, but like this is White Zangetsu but just upgraded, you know. Weakening vortex, 25 hit, but poise flurry, and more built for PvP. And then his SA1 is a kind of charging strong attack, which is also good. And then his Nad string, 4 hit Nad string, looks very clean, pretty good speed as well. I'm interested to see what the actual time on that string is, but good range, good speed. He's going to be definitely a top tier character in this game. Good for autoing. He's going to be a staple in power, inheritance zone, and all that stuff. Autoing as a unit. He's going to be very useful in PvP with the weakening, the vortex. I go against some White Zangetsu teams, and I do lose to them sometimes when they get the vortex, but the issue with them is they do not have poise, so they get staggered and they don't get as much damage out. This guy, he's going to just use his SA3, pop his vortex, and if you're weakened, you're not dealing damage, you're just going to take massive amounts of damage, and he's just going to shred through you. So good in PvP. Definitely can contest Yama, obviously. The vortex is nice for stripping barriers like Toshiro and Yuha, assuming he doesn't get frozen or paralyzed. And he might be useful in Senkai mode as well, definitely useful in Senkai mode, and especially in epic raids. Epic raids for power, the typically ideal team would be like 5 Noitoras and a booster. So now you have this character, so this guy will just, you know, do way better work than Noitora, obviously. So all around, they just took this character and they said, you know, let's make him. 2 years ago when Broken came out and just completely kind of, you know, just got everyone hype and just completely, you know, changed the game, they said let's do that again this year. But I don't think he'll really change the game as much because we have a lot of strong characters. Back then, the characters weren't as strong, and that kind of power creep was really big. This, I don't think it's obviously that much, but still very strong units. Overall in this banner, I'm very much looking forward to Kenpachi and Toshiro. Ikkaku, a bit disappointed in him, but the other 2 units are very nice. And if I pull up on Discord the fillers here, so the fillers for this banner as well, the tag team units as well as Sile, Flyzen, and Soifon, and these 2 here, like this is great filler, especially Soifon. Soifon is by far the best Guild Quest character, the most useful Guild Quest character you could ask for, and having her with upgraded special is also really nice. So this banner is probably one of the best banners we've gotten in a while, in my opinion. So I am expecting to summon a lot on this banner, and this banner is going to be out in a little less than 12 hours now, so at the time of this recording. So let me know what you think of these characters and what you're going to do when this banner comes out, if you're going to summon or you're going to skip, or maybe you're waiting for the White Day characters next month, or you're waiting for novel characters next month. I'm assuming they're next month because they said spring 2019 and spring is in March. But other than that, that's my impressions on these characters. So hope you guys found this enjoyable and informative, and I'll talk to you all later.